Hi guys, Soul here. A lot of you planners have been asking me about how I do my whips. I don't think they're that great, but everyone wants to know, so I will teach you some things. I'm gonna start off with some basic tips on how to make your whips look cleaner. First tip is have your palms flat towards the viewer. So try and be as flat as possible. I mean, I don't have flat 90s yet either. If you don't, I'm assuming you don't. But I mean, just as flat as possible, because if you don't have your palms flat, it just looks a little lazier, you know. So like, without flattening my palms. So keep them flat towards the viewer. Be good. Have good, clean finger rolls. Finger rolls are life, really. You're just gonna be not throwing very good whips if you don't have a good finger roll, because that's all a whip essentially is a finger roll. So get those really clean. You're gonna see an improvement in your whips, believe me. Exaggerate your circles is another thing. Exaggerate them. I mean, exaggerate those circles, make them huge. I mean, it just makes it look cleaner when it's bigger. Dirty. So yeah, flat palms, clean finger rolls, exaggerated circles, and be sure to fully close and fully open your whips as well. Like, if you are throwing a whip and you don't fully close it, come back, it's not as good. But if you fully close and fully open, it's gonna look a lot better. Remember that, because a lot of people don't do that. They'll throw a whip and come back, and then they'll throw it back, and it's just like, you gotta fully close those. Fully close and fully open. Another thing that people say to do is to not start one whip until your last whip is already closed. So like, some people say you have to go, but there's really no wrong way to glove, you know, because it's just an expression of yourself. So I don't believe personally that you really need to, but it's worth checking out. Let's see. For real trails on your whips, all the trails don't come from you throwing it in their face. It comes from pulling it back. I know, hard to believe, but trust me. Throw your whip out at them, and when you want that base to hit or whatever, pull it back. So like, it's the pullback that gets you those really cool trails that are gonna trip out a lot of people. So, what did I go over? I went over open palms, exaggerated circles, the pullback for trails, clean finger rolls, fully open and close. I mean, that's really about it for tips. Like I said, the cleaner your finger rolls are going to be, the cleaner your whips are going to be. Keep your palms flat, you should be good. I'm going to move on to actual variations. So I know a lot of you have heard from me about this, and I mean, really, this is where it all started for me. I had to unlearn whips twice because I listened to Amazing and whatever, and Sharky or whatever, and I just couldn't grasp that concept. I'm not saying that their way is wrong, I'm just saying that I needed to learn it a different way, and this is how I learned it. So, put your knuckles together, like that, then have your pinkies facing outwards, and then what you want to do is you want to take one of your hands and So index to pinky extension. And then once you're at this, you see that? Once you're at this, that's when you do your index to pinky. Wait. Index to pinky. So get that down really clean, you know, just really clean, meet back at your knuckles every time. And once you get that down, that's when you can start doing advanced stuff. And this is the next concept I'm going to get into, just layering your whips. And so it's this basic concept, and then just layering them, so one on top of the other. And so I'm going to do that same exact movement, but with one on top of the other. See? Holy shit. It's a completely different thing. And so, yeah, I mean, that's all that is. See? So, play around with that. Like, get this down. And just try and put them anywhere, really. Like, you can do one hand with, you know, palms facing up, the other hand palms facing down, and maybe I want to start on the bottom this time, like, oh, whoa. You know, just play around with it. Let's see. There's the stall that I really love to do, and that's when you're in your whip, finger roll, whatever, circle move, and once you're done with one, like, you take one of your hands that's not whipping and just bring it up. So how that starts is that you're layered, your hands open, whatever, and what you're doing is as you're closing this, you take the hand that's not even whipping, you just pull it back. And then when you come back, you want to open this one first. So you're opening, and then you connect again. And then as this one's closing, you just bring this one back. And you can throw that stall into like any of your whips, and it just looks great, especially like right when the bass drops. Just like you throw in your whips or whatever, and then you just go whip right back into it. Let's see. There's a new one actually that I don't know why, but I never even thought about, and I just had a Google Hangout session with Nick, and he taught me this one. And it's this: left hand on bottom, right hand on top. And you do your pinky to index finger roll or whip, so like that. So you do that, and then once that one's done, you open this one, do the same thing. But what you want to do is you flip your top hand and come under, and then you do that downward whip again. So with the bottom hand, or your leading hand, you're doing your index to pinky right here and right here. So, and then once that closes, you just come back. Let's see. I mean, there's the circle move as well, and the way I do it is that I connect my ring or index fingers, both of them, and then so as this one's going up, connect it to pinky. So connect pinky, index, pinky, index, pinky, index, pinky, index. So you're just creating the illusion that you're making a full circle, but what it really is two whips put together. It's literally one whip going like this and the other one going like this. So all the way around. And so there's that. What else? I think that's really about it. All I have for you. Like, just play around with this. I know it seems really dumb, but trust me, play around with it. You're gonna figure some stuff out, and all of a sudden you're gonna be fucking throwing some crazy whips. So, there's some more basic ones like this one, and that's literally just tracing your index finger and coming out, and then, you know, both hands. And then there's this one where it's the same thing, but you're coming up with your pinkies instead. Well, I think that's about it, fam. Love you guys.